Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video, and today we are back with the global tournament and the grind. So we are currently at 10 wins and an unfortunate 1 loss. I did lose to Golem Pump last time, yeah. But he did have Night Witch and E-Drag, so I honestly don't think it was that easy of a matchup anyways. But yeah, I did get to 10 wins already. If you guys missed it, I went all the way from 0 to 10 wins, all in one video. I will link that in the description below if you missed it. And today, the goal of the video is going to be to get to 15 wins in the global tourney, so that's going to be what I'm aiming for. And going to be doing so with 3.0 Xbow cycle again, with Archers and Ice Spirit. I think this is one of the best Xbow decks in the meta right now. Also my favorite and most preferred Xbow deck because I'm used to it. And Ice Spirit over Electric Spirit right now because I just love the freeze too much, but honestly both are good. Both could work depending on your playstyle. Archers are probably around the same, or even a bit worse than Queen, but after the buff they're definitely very nice to use. And yeah, without all that being said, hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's try and keep the intro a little bit short and get right into the matches as we find the first match right away against Brudda Mooslos. I'm not sure, but I think that's meant to say brother, or like it meant to mean that. And we do see Golem Barrel plus Skeletons. This is already a bad sign, honestly, because Logbait Cycle is a terrible matchup for Xbow if they have Rocket. I'm just going to hope that he doesn't have Rocket, honestly. Okay, not the best Archers by me, but didn't know he would Princess. I'll just Fireball it, though, wait for it to walk up a little bit more in case he plays anything else. And it looks like he's trying to outcycle my Log, actually, and he might actually succeed in that. Goes for a Cannon, which is annoying, because I literally can't do anything against that. Goes for a low barrel. I think the Ice Spirit will actually walk up. Yeah, so I don't even need to log that because of the clutch Ice Spirit, but we do see Rocket out of the opponent, which sucks. So this is going to be a terrible matchup. I really hate this matchup. I think he also has a Mighty Miner in here, so as if there weren't enough reasons this is going to be hard, it's even worse because he has the Mighty Miner and he has a 3-card cycle. I am really not looking forward to this matchup, but we'll see. We're going to try and catch the opponent when he doesn't Rocket one of my Xbows and hopefully go from there, but I guess I'm going to Fireball. Okay, I was about to Fireball cycle on his tower, actually, so pretty nice that he gave us value with the Princess again. I don't really want to be going same lane as the opponent, so we'll see. It looks like he is still going in the left lane, though, and I'm actually going to leak here because I think he's about to barrel. Yeah, so there was no point cycling Knight if I had to log the barrel first, so might as well just log that, and then cycle back to my Fireball. There's the Princess at the bridge, so that's why you always see me and other cycling cards in the middle against Logbait, because you do want to catch the Princess at the bridge. It's a very annoying play, and it can definitely be a pain to deal with. I'm actually going to ignore that. Actually, I'm not going to ignore that. I'm going to log late, but I'm going to Xbow because I think he doesn't have enough for Rocket right now. It looks like he is going to Rocket. Okay, he actually goes Cannon, so good thing I caught that. Gonna Knight, and I think we actually won just because the opponent really messed up, honestly. Gonna go Archers as well, just in case the Cannon doesn't die, and that is going to be a huge connection. So yeah, basically the only hope in this matchup, it's such a hard counter, but if the opponent really messes up and tries to defend your Xbow without Rocket, that's when you can punish them, because otherwise you're not going to get any damage at all. He goes for a very aggressive Rocket at the bridge, or on the tower rather, just going to go in, because why not? Mighty Miner comes in, let's go Knight, Skeletons, to stall it out. He should go Cannon here as well, as he does, but Knight is still tanking. Looks like he is once again trying to defend this without a Rocket, which is a huge mistake that Logbait players make. That's going to be GG, though. I will log the right side tower. Let's see if we actually get the tower. Wow, 2 Xbows doing so much damage. Oh my god. Sadly, we just barely didn't get enough damage in time. But yeah, that's a super hard matchup, honestly. Like, they definitely have at least like a 70-30 matchup because they can Rocket every single Xbow. How are you going to outcycle that deck? The cycle is literally like 3.0 or 2.9. It's like as fast, if not faster than mine. So that's a terrible matchup, I would say, and you really just have to hope the opponent, you have to, not hope, but you have to try and be aggressive and outcycle the Rocket, even though you won't, but you can try, and then if they do try and defend your Xbow without a Rocket, you can try and protect your Xbow with everything you have and get a connection. But yeah, that's going to be a very nice win. Hopefully don't get more matchups like those, because I really don't like it, but into the next match against Aztec. Gonna give him the good luck and see what he's gonna be running. So miner first play and bats. Okay, that's really aggressive and risky by him because honestly, also notice how I cycled my or I pulled the bats opposite, because if I had a NATO, that just would have been a free king activation, so that was just really aggressive by the opponent. Goes for a Mega Knight, and Skelly Barrel. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be Mega Knight bait then. Let's go for an Ice Spirit for this Mega Knight to freeze it up there and not let it jump onto the tower. That's actually going to be a connection already. He does have a Fireball as well, though, so I guess not the standard Mega Knight bait. Usually they don't have any big spells, and they have like Spear Goblins, Goblin Gang, Inferno Dragon. Since he does have the Fireball, it could be a slightly different version, but we'll see. He might try and go Miner Bats right now, because I did just use my Ice Spirit. But I'll go Skeletons, and if he's not going to do anything, I'm going to Expo, because I might be up Elixir, since he is leaking right now. Goes for a Log Spears. I think he might be... Okay, he goes Inferno. I'm actually going to Fireball it just to keep this Expo alive, because any connection is valuable, honestly. Goes for a Miner. Let's go Archers, and then Ice Spirit for all the Bats. Nice, we hit everything. That is big. And yeah, we're just like that, we're up 1,000 damage. So that Fireball, some would say that's an overcommitment, but I think it was worth it for that connection, honestly, because I got a lot of damage. And he's actually going to ignore this Archer, which I think after the buff always gets 2 hits, which is super nice. Really appreciate that. And yeah, we're doing really well. So now I'm going to... Yeah, even if he didn't Skelly Barrel, I would have pre-Tesla'd, like in that spot, because this placement will automatically kite any skeleton barrel. And because he just used his barrel, I guess I'll just log. He goes for a MK in the back. No point going in because he has eye drag. No point going in opposite lane either because, again, he has Inferno Dragon. It would be hard. Actually just going to defensive Expo, I think. This is not really a play I would usually do. But just because the opponent is kind of already down a lot of damage, I think it'll work. An Ice Spirit to freeze everything there. Pretty nice. Goes for a Fireball pretty aggressively. Just because of that, I'm going to go Expo. I think he doesn't have enough for a Mega Knight right now. And if he does, he's going to have to go for it very low in the back. Yeah, he looks like he doesn't have enough. So going to log to try and catch this Miner. Let's Fireball the barrel as well. Bit of an overspend, but since I did log the Miner, I think it was worth it. He goes for a late Fireball of his own. So Ice Spirit should force something out. Yeah, it does. And then I can actually Expo. As the Spears walk a bit closer because I don't want them to just take out the Expo. Actually going to Knight in front as well to predict the Mega Knight. Isn't the best situation because Knight's obviously on their side. But I didn't want to wait either because the Knight, or rather the Mega Knight, or rather the Archers would have been clumped up with the Knight. And that would have just given him a lot of value all in one Mega Knight jump. But that is going to be a very nice, clean win against Mega Knight bait when they do have a Fireball. So I guess he had Fireball in place of Goblin Gang in that deck. Or maybe he had it in place of Zap, actually. Usually they have Zap. I don't think we saw a Zap out of him. Yeah. So interesting version. Minor, kind of a minor control deck, I guess, since he does have a big spell, but still we were able to win. Let's get our free Lightning Chest. Pretty nice. And I guess I'll just re-roll this stuff. And yeah, 12-0. Again, it kind of sucks that I did get a loss early on before 15 wins. I usually go 15-0 almost every single global tourney, so a bit unfortunate there, but not the end of the world. And yeah, I found next match against Flotinho. Let's give him the good luck. He says good game. I honestly don't recognize who he is, so I'm not going to tie him. Also, tying is not even allowed in the global tourney, actually, so you could get punished for that. Like, people have been banned for tying in the global tourney before. But just going to split Archers. Goes Queen. Let's Expo opposite right away, because that Queen is pretty aggressive. Or not aggressive, rather, but it is a bit of an overspend. Let's go Knight and then Ice Spirit to freeze the E-Barbs. And this should definitely be a connection of some sort. Yeah, it is. And then I think we're going to have to go Archers here. But this is a bit awkward because Queen ability will cause some issues for me. You're going to have to log it back late. But hopefully... Okay, nice. We still do come out on top in terms of damage, and then perfect Skeletons placement there, as you can see. Both towers target the Bandit, and after the Skeletons die, it doesn't dash onto the tower, it walks. So overall, very, very nice punish by us. Gonna go Ice Spirit just to make sure the Barbs don't get healed up. And that's just a nice 5-for-5 trade. And yeah, I definitely think going in when they go Queen in the back is an optimal play against almost any matchup. Like, I can't think of a single Queen deck where going in with an Expo when they Queen in the back is a bad play. just because they're down 5. And I did overcommit on those E-barbs there, but it was worth it because I got more damage than them. Because of that overcommitment, obviously, I did take some damage with the queen, but we still came out on top in the end. So let's see if he... Okay, he goes queen again. I'm going to go Xbow once more. As he goes Magic Archer. That is perfect because that actually means he won't have enough for E-barbs on the Xbow. So I'm actually totally fine taking that damage. Let's actually log this Battle Ram and then Skeletons just to protect the Xbow and keep it alive. And then let's actually Ice Spirit this queen, because I think we can actually fully defend it without even... Yeah, nice, perfect. Without even going for a knight. And then pretty Desperation Bandit out of our opponent there, but that's actually just going to be GG already, because now we can just defend the whole game, and we are doing really well for ourselves. But yeah, that Ice Spirit is a really instructional situation. I recognized that his tower was about to die with the Expo, so I was like, okay, Expo will actually help out against the queen, and Ice Spirit Freeze is so good that it might just hold the queen in place long enough, and sure enough it did. I don't think we need to go for anything on the Heal Spirit. I think I'll just let it connect, especially because I don't have Log and Cycle right away. Now we can definitely Expo off of this push, and then let's go for Ice Spirit and Log on the Magic Archer, and Expo is going to be on tower. Let's go Knight as well. Protect the Expo, and hopefully we can get 2 crowns here, although it's not really likely, unfortunately. But if our opponent gives up and lets the archers connect, then maybe we will. Okay, sadly he doesn't. Let's see if the fireball will do enough. Oh, sadly it doesn't come down in time. Even if it did, we were just 1 Expo tick short. But yeah, that was a really nice win. Definitely my matchup, especially because I don't think the opponent had any big spells at all in there. Yeah, he only had a Log, so... This deck has been meta for a while. I think it kind of fell off recently, but still useful to know how to play that. Assuming you don't break through in single like I did, or in double when they overcommit with the Magic Archer, that was a really good situation for me. You can just defensive Expo your way out of this matchup, honestly, because if you defend perfectly, they cannot break through. So, yeah, really nice win against a pretty straightforward matchup. Let's keep it going against TSW Aegis. Let's give him the good luck and see what he's going to be running. With this hand, it's a bit awkward. Okay, goes Hog first play, and then Fire Spirit as well. It might be Hog Earthquake. I think I do have to log this Hog as well. Actually, I think I just barely don't, but that was annoying. But this is looking like it's going to be Hog Earthquake, which is not a good sign, honestly, because obviously it's Earthquake against Expo. But we'll see what else he has. He could have a Queen in here. He could have some other things. If he goes Queen in the back again, like I said last match, I'm going to Expo. Looks like he goes Valk. Yeah, this is definitely looking like it's going to be Hog Earthquake. Let's see if he does have a Queen in here or a Firecracker, though. He does have a Firecracker. So let's go Tesla to... okay, that Ice Spirit was a misclick. That was meant to be my Log. So a bit unfortunate there. And unfortunate that the Firecracker clips my tower. That's another annoying aspect of it. But I believe... it will just die to the tower, thankfully. And yeah, this is going to be a hard matchup for sure, guys. Thankfully, not as hard as it used to be because Earthquake was nerfed in terms of tower damage, but still, definitely a hard counter in their favor. And we're going to have to do our best. He cycles a Valk again, so I'm actually going to go in right now and go Knight to predict the Tesla. Does not Tesla. Let's go Ice Spirit to kite this Valk out of Expo's range. Very instructional play there. Then let's go Skeletons to... DPS down the Hog. We do get a small connection. Plus, Archer should actually get some nice chip there. Yep, 2 hits again. And that put us in the damage lead, so that is huge. I don't really like this matchup, honestly, but the only reason I don't really like it is because of the Firecracker. It's very annoying and it's very hard to kill. But I'm definitely going to stay on top with my Log cycles. Notice how I'm always cycling Log before anything else because it's very important to keep up with the Log cycle and tower damage. And I might just fireball his tower right here. Okay, I'm going to fireball the Firecracker because it's annoying. Actually, did I miss it? Yeah, I did miss it. Okay, that's on me. Let's go for a low Tesla, though. If he Earthquakes, it's going to be pretty decent for me. Then let's try and activate King off this Firecracker, if we can. As we do. Perfect. No, we don't. Actually, not perfect. Goes for a Valk, but still, let's go for an anti-Earthquake Tesla now. As he goes for a Firecracker. See, this is the thing. Like, when they go Firecracker like that, not really sure how to counter it that well. It's pretty annoying, actually. Let's go for an Ice Spirit to make sure the Firecracker doesn't jump onto our tower, though. And finally, we do get the activation, which is nice. Let's go Tesla off to the side. So that if he didn't go for that Valk, the Hog wouldn't actually tank for the Xbow. And he's probably going to Earthquake right here. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But still, that's going to be a connection because he has to log as well. So that's actually going to put us in the lead. That's very nice. And now we're kind of going same lane as the opponent, but I actually don't mind in this situation because we're actually doing pretty well. And Fireball just to get some tower damage and Spell Cycle. Let's go for a pre-Tesla, and then let's go for a Knight to protect. I think he's going to predict it. Yeah, he does with the Tesla. Or not predict it, but he's going to like commit something to it. So really nice protection there, something you have to be cognizant of. When you do go for these high Teslas, you do have to be aware of the fact that the opponent might just try and snipe it. Let's go for a low Tesla this time, because obviously I don't want his Tesla to get any value against mine. And that Tesla's actually not in range of the Xbow, so I can actually go for an Xbow right here. Perfect timing, because actually the Hog didn't even get a hit. We're going to Fireball that Valk, hopefully I hit it. Nice, I also hit the Firecracker, that's huge. Let's get a last minute log off, our opponent might not expect it. Looks like he didn't, and that's going to be yet another connection. So this is pretty much just a flawless game against Hog EQ, honestly, other than the fact that I messed up an activation early on. Let's go for let's go for Skeletons to not let the Fire Spirit connect. And let's Fireball the Valk. Notice how I'm literally just spell cycling. There were some moments where I literally just Fireballed his tower. So not afraid to do that whatsoever. Ice Spirit, then I'm just going to Archers in the back because I can. And then just low Knight. I think he's back to a Hog already, so we do have to ready up our Tesla. And I think let's just Fireball the Firecracker. It's honestly very annoying, so I'm just going to Fireball it, whatever. And thankfully Valk doesn't get a hit. And that's going to be another flawless defense. Let's go for a Tesla once more. And at this point, we're not really going to be expecting to get any Xbow damage on tower, so we're just going to defensive Xbow, actually. Not a super common play in Hog Earthquake matchups, but it can work out, especially because the opponent... Okay, that was a really bad Earthquake. It looks like he's kind of panicking here and getting a bit desperate. Let's go for another anti-Earthquake Tesla. He's kind of just spamming Hogs right now and hoping for the best, not really working out. That is actually going to be in Fireball log range, so that's going to be GG. Very nice win against Hog Earthquake, pretty instructional match. Activated King early on. Abused my spell cycle on his tower, because again, Earthquake does do more damage than... Or Fireball does do more damage than Earthquake, even though it is kind of a hard matchup. If you defend perfectly and don't take any Firecracker damage, you will actually probably come out ahead. And then again... Just really good Xbows at the right timings, applied the right pressure, protected the Xbow, predicted. Also with the high Tesla that one time I predicted his Tesla on my Tesla, worked out. So really no major mistakes there. Pretty well played game, and that's basically the blueprint that you guys want to follow against Hog Earthquake. But that's going to put me at 14 wins, 1 off our goal. Let's try and get one more clean win and get an undefeated video against Manny Badok. I really hope he's not going to be playing Giant Graveyard. I feel like I might have played against this person before. Okay, you're going to be Logbait. A bit unfortunate that I cycled my log first play, but let's just only take one hit with Knight Skellies. He also does have Skeletons, so okay, this could be Logbait cycle again. That is not a good sign whatsoever. Yikes. But going to Expo opposite because he just used his Mighty Miner. And yeah, this is going to be a serious pain. But... Mighty Miner, thankfully, is not really an issue whatsoever. Just going to go Skeletons and then... Or rather, Archers and kite it towards the middle. Mighty Miner is not hard at all for Expo to defend. It's just annoying when it's on your Expo because you have to kind of overspend on it. You can't really go for a Knight for the cannon because Mighty Miner will just stall it out. Or rather, DPS it out. But we're going to go for Skeletons in the middle in a second here to predict the Princess at the bridge. As we don't get it off, unfortunately, but we'll see what he does. He goes for a log. I think I'll actually just Fireball Tower here, because again, we do need to spell cycle. And then let's Ice Spirit Knight for the Princess. Princess at the bridge is very annoying, but we're going to count his cycle now. So he goes Cannon, that's 1 card. Remember that in order to cycle back to a card, you have to play 4 cards, unless you have a champion down, which he doesn't. So he's 3 cards away from his Princess. We're just going to be tracking his cycle. He goes Skeletons, Fire Spirit. Barrel, he's actually already back to his Princess right now, so... He definitely could go for it. Gonna Fireball cycle on his tower once again. And then I think Ice Spirit to predict the Princess. Nice, we get it off. That's really big. And then Archers to snipe it out. And just like that, we're in the damage lead because I don't really think you're gonna get much Expo damage on tower in this matchup at all, honestly. He goes Skeletons, then Barrel, I think he's still 2 away from his Princess, so still we should be decent to not take any Princess at the bridge damage just as of yet. We're going to go for a Tesla to predict it right now. Goes Princess in the back, I guess valid play. This Tesla will just shut down his Princess for a while. And let's Xbow, I guess, to apply some pressure. Goes for a Mighty Miner. And then Cannon, that's actually really big. He's going to rocket, unfortunately, so I can't really do much about it. But I'm actually just going to log here against the Mighty Miner plus Princess. And then just Fireball on the barrel. And I think he's already back to a Princess, so I do have to be careful of that, actually. Yeah, there it is. Okay, sadly didn't get my Ice Spirit down in time. I thought the Archer opposite lane would tank for it. Sadly gets 2 hits. That is a big misplay on my end, unfortunately. Going to cost us quite a bit. But going to go in. He's probably just going to rocket here. Yeah, this kind of sucks. He can just kind of spam these cannons and then rocket my Xbow every time. Still, though, going to Fireball cycle. I think it's the only way I can get damage. And he goes Princess in the back. So we're just going to split Archers, I guess. And see what he wants to do. Let's Xbow to apply some pressure. Goes Mighty Miner. Let's just log. And then Knight. Okay, I actually missed 2 of the Goblins. That's actually pretty bad, so we're going to have to commit even more. Somehow Princess splashes the tower. That's really obnoxious, and I actually think this is going to be a loss, guys, unfortunately. But I really don't think I'm playing that bad, necessarily. Like, I don't see how you're supposed to break through if you don't spell cycle, because they literally just rocket every single Xbow, which he's been doing. I mean, I've still been going for Xbows. He's just rocketing every single one. I think he's trying to outcycle our log right now, so we're going to cycle pretty aggressively ourselves to get back to it. And then Tesla once again for the Princess. Okay, wow, that's going to hit the tower. That's really annoying. Mighty Miner is protecting. Let's just go Skeletons to make sure the Tesla stays alive. I think we do have to go Knight in front as well, unfortunately. And yeah, this really just looks like a loss, guys, unfortunately. Gonna Fireball tower once again, but I really don't see how we're gonna make anything happen, because this is just a super hard matchup, honestly. But gonna split Archer, still gonna try our best. Log the barrel. Princess is on my tower, gonna have to Fireball that, I think. And it still gets 2 hits. Yeah, this is really just an impossible matchup, honestly. The first opponent just didn't really play it that well, honestly, and he really messed up, but as you can see here, it's very obnoxious. Just gonna log, and then we have to Xbow. I just have to hope he rockets here, but he's not going for it, unfortunately. So gonna Fireball once again. Maybe Ice Spirit will lock on? No, it doesn't. So I think he's just gonna be rocketing my tower pretty soon. Gonna go for a Knight and Fireball. And yeah, rocket comes down. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, so actually, if I didn't mess up against that barrel, I would have won, because he got his rocket down late, but still, that is definitely a hard counter, like, at least 70-30 for them, and I don't think I could have done anything else, because what am I meant to do if I don't spell cycle, honestly? Like, I can go for Xbows, and I did, but he just goes low cannon and rockets every time, so that's definitely a super hard matchup. I have not really figured out how to win against that, honestly. The first match was against the same deck, but it was, like, a much different playstyle of the opponent, and he didn't really play well, honestly, so it was a bit tricky, but we're still going to keep going. Both of my losses this GT haven't been to easy matchups, so it's not like I'm like playing too bad or anything. It's just a bit unfortunate, honestly, but let's hopefully get one final nice match, and let's just log the Tombstone. And I think it's going to be either Splash Yard or Lava Hound, so it should be a good matchup either way. Goes Ice Wiz. I think it is going to be Splash Yard. Finally, a welcome change from all these other matchups. Should be a very good matchup for sure. Go Skelly King, let's Expo, because he actually has nothing in hand right now in terms of ground tanks. He only has Baby Dragon and Barb Barrel. We can just catch the Barb Barrel with Skeletons. And that's going to be a huge connection, actually. The thing is, though, that Skelly King did get loaded up, so he might pop the ability right here. Goes Graveyard, let's just go Archers. I think he's trying to go for some split lane ideas with the Skelly King ability in the left and then Graveyard in the right. Okay, no, he wasn't, so actually just a really easy defense, just to let the Archers take out the Graveyard. And I'm going to Expo right now because he actually doesn't have Skelly King back in cycle. It just died. So he's probably going to go like Ice Wiz, Tombstone, something. Yeah, there's the Ice Wiz. He still has to commit something, though, honestly. Otherwise, it's going to get a bit of damage. Alright, so we get even more damage. Nice. I'm going to go for a Knight down low. Don't want to take this Baby Dragon chip, obviously. It would be like 4 hits. 2, 3. Yeah, it was literally 4 hits exactly, so I could obviously not afford to take that. I just spent quite a lot, so I'm not sure I want to fireball that tombstone. I usually do like to fireball it, but considering I kind of overspent, yeah, I'm down elixir right now. I'm actually just going to reset with a Tesla. There's really no point overcommitting when I don't need to. I can just be a bit patient, and well, the world won't end if I don't fireball that tombstone, even though I want to. So he goes for a poison. That's definitely not a great poison by him. I think I am going to have to log this back, though, just because it was a bit threatening. But otherwise, we're actually fine. Just going to split archers, distract the Barbarrel for a bit. Let's go in, because once again, he doesn't really have anything in hand except for Tombstone and Ice Wiz. He does not have Skelly King back in hand. Maybe he does now, but he didn't at the time. Let's go Knight off to the side. And we can definitely outcycle right here. So he just used Barbarrel as well. Really bad play by him, because I was already going to let the Xbow die. So this Xbow should put in a lot of work. Let's log the Ice Wiz. Ice Spirit to catch the Baby Dragon, and Knight as well, just to keep the Xbow on tower. That's basically going to be GG. As long as I can defend this next graveyard push, which I'm pretty confident I can. Just going to get an early Tesla up to take out the Baby Dragon, and yeah, that's basically going to be tower down. And that's going to be a nice win, basically. So we can even just Xbow, because if he graveyards and poisons, he won't have anything for the archers, or rather, he won't have anything for the Xbow. So that's a really fun play that I like to make. When they go graveyard, you can go Xbow at the same time. And if they don't have a bomb tower, if they have like Tombstone or Cage or like Skelly King, for example, this bomb tower will fully counter an Xbow for 4 elixir. So that's why it's not the best idea in a bomb tower matchup. But if they have anything else, it's usually not too bad. Because then they can't afford to poison the archers. If they do, they'll just die to the Xbow. And even if they do have a bomb tower, they can't poison the archers right away. So it's just a nice kind of distractionary, or I don't even think that's a word, but just a nice distraction play, I guess. But yeah, that is going to be a nice 15 wins. Unfortunately, another loss incurred along the way. But I really am not going to take it too hard, because I don't think I could have done too much. I don't want to make too many excuses, but like, that match is a terrible matchup, and I really dislike it, because they have 2 cycle cards. They don't even have the guards or the gang in there. And they have the Mighty Miner for a 3-card cycle. Like, there's literally not much you can do whatsoever. Especially they have Cannon instead of Inferno Tower. Like, everything is just more optimized to be better against Xbow in this deck. So I really don't see how you're going to win this matchup unless it's against a bad player. No offense to the first player, but he just played a lot worse than this person. Like, he didn't play bad, honestly. He played the way you're supposed to, but that's just a terrible matchup. But yeah, otherwise we had some nice wins. We beat Splashyard. We had a really nice game against Hog Earthquake. I might actually upload that as a Expo versus Impossible Matchups video, just because that was a nice win. Even though I don't think it's impossible anymore, it's just like a hard counter video. This was a nice win. This was a nice win. And yeah, so 15 wins. Not the cleanest 2 losses, but honestly, both my losses, again, weren't against easy matchups, so it's not like I played super bad and choked. So don't feel too bad about it. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the 15 wins. Let me know if you enjoyed, and let me know if you'd like to see a part 3 going to 20 wins. I will probably upload that in a few days. Like, I think today I might just upload this one right now, going to 15 wins, or I'll upload something else. But this one will probably come out either today or tomorrow. Right now it's Tuesday for me, so either Tuesday or Wednesday, my time, it'll come out, and then 20 wins will be like a day or 2 after, because as you can see, there are still over 4 days in the tourney. I'm doing all this content really early on. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.